Hey Star Trek fans, welcome back to the channel and to This Week in Trek. We have news about the upcoming streaming film Star Trek Section 31 and a new Star Trek coin release this week from the New Zealand Mint. So without further ado, let's get into this week's Star Trek news.
But aren't you glad I got a job?
You mean this isn't a one-time thing?
Nope. I'm now an official correspondent for the Starfleet News Service.
Next year will bring us the next Star Trek film, Section 31, streaming on Paramount+. The film, as is obvious from the title, focuses on the secretive Black Ops group Section 31, introduced in Season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, used in that show to explore themes such as do the ends justify the means, and how far is too far when you're trying to protect your way of life. Section 31 operates in a moralistic gray area, or an immoral arena, depending on your opinion. So naturally, there has been some question in fandom about the Section 31 film, whether or not it glorifies the group, or if it's a more nuanced look at the morality of Black Ops like Deep Space Nine gave. Director Olatunde Osunsanmi, in an interview with Cinema Blend, had this to say about the film. Starfleet has a particular set of ideals and morals and aspirations, and I would say Section 31 also has a particular set of ideals and aspirations, but they both have different ways of accomplishing the same thing. And Section 31 is there to do things in ways that Starfleet can't, in a special ops kind of way. Appearing in the film is a young Rachel Garrett, whom Trek fans will remember as the captain of the ill-fated Enterprise C in TNG's Yesterday's Enterprise. In Section 31, Garrett will apparently be riding herd on the Section 31 operatives on behalf of Starfleet. Actor Casey Roll had this to say about her role as Rachel Garrett in the film to Cinema Blend. She's straddling the divide between these two worlds, as we say, trying to marry the Starfleet way of doing things and the Section 31 ways of doing things, trying to figure out which rule book is appropriate for which situation. One final aspect of the upcoming film that I wanted to address comes from some of the visuals in the recent teaser trailer, including this look for the character played by Robert Kaczynski. Some fans have speculated that he is playing a Borg or an ex-Borg. The actor clarified on an Instagram post that he is not, in fact, a Borg. I'll link to a story on trekmovie.com that goes into a little bit more detail about the Section 31 film, including comments from some of the cast to Variety regarding their roles. A couple of sad pieces of news this week. First, Star Trek has lost one of its own, as Patty Yasutaki, known to Trek fans as Nurse Ogawa in Star Trek The Next Generation, has passed away at the age of 70. Yasutaki had been battling cancer in recent years, and reportedly passed away peacefully surrounded by friends and family on August 5th. In addition to appearing in 16 episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation, she reprised the character of Nurse Ogawa in the films Star Trek Generations and First Contact. Another recent loss has also impacted Trek fandom. Laurie Johnson, author of a number of Star Trek reference books in the 80s, has passed away. As a young Star Trek fan, I spent countless hours enthralled by her work in Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise, which I actually still have here on my shelf. I also absolutely loved Worlds of the Federation, which cataloged many of the alien species seen on Star Trek. She was an incredible talent and so very important to my and many fans' early days in the Trek fandom. She will be sorely missed.
The answer is still no, Quark.
No? No to what?
I'm not going to allow you to sell merchandise over the station's monitors.
Why not? It's a brilliant idea.
Just one release this week from the New Zealand Mint, their latest Star Trek coin, featuring the USS Enterprise NCC 1701D. From their Star Trek Vehicles line, the coin is 1 troy ounce of 3/9 fine silver, with a face value of $2 New Zealand dollars. Definitely a unique design, and would be a pretty cool addition to any Trek fans' collection. I'll have a link to the New Zealand Mint's website where you can purchase the coin, which is released on Friday, August 16th. And that's it for This Week in Trek. Thanks as always to the Patreon supporters. A fairly short video this week as we are currently between Star Trek series, but as we get closer to October's release of the 5th and final season of Lower Decks, I'm sure we'll have a lot more news to bring you, not to mention the coming seasons of Strange New Worlds and Starfleet Academy, along with Section 31 coming next year. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Live long and prosper.